I will concede that's actually a decent argument they are making, but the problem here is one of those teams that's starting to catch up to the Cowboys is far more culturally relevant. The term culturally relevant it means outside of football, the whole country is talking about Kansas City Chiefs. They've got Taylor Swift. You want to try and make a claim on Twitter about something negative about Travis Kelce? They'll come for your ass. They will come for you if you say anything. Swifties that don't know anything about football now are talking about the salary cap for the Kansas City Chiefs. They're more culturally relevant than the Cowboys.
If you have so many commonalities between two teams, and you're not at least talking about it, what the hell are you doing? The whole process of putting together these rankings, the whole purpose of it is for you to sit in the room and to talk through the placement of all of the teams. If all of us nationally at the beginning of this week were debating, should Miami or Notre Dame be ranked first? Who should be ranked ahead of the other? If that conversation was occurring, why weren't you also having it? It shows that they're blind to the interests of college football fans, and they're blind to the importance of establishing consistent criteria and having in-depth conversations to determine who needs to go where. Again, we can sit here, we can yell about the ordering of who needs to be in what position or whatnot. But the fact that they didn't have at least a discussion on it really worries me. Blake, after this performance, I think that I have enough evidence to make the conclusion that Georgia is the most complete version of themselves, and they're the most complete team in the SEC. I had said this in the rankings show, that I felt that most teams in college football, they had blemishes. They had issues. They had things that were holding them back. Texas A&M's run defense, Alabama's inability to run the football, and Georgia's lack of a pass rush. I would argue not having a pass rush in 2025 is the most glaring problem that you could have with the amount of teams that throw the ball as effectively as they do. But the fact that over the last two games, they have generated 3 sacks in both performances. They completely smothered Arch Manning to the point where he took 2 steps backward. He looked lost. He looked panicked. The way that they were able to get in his face makes me really, truly believe that this Georgia team is playing like the Georgia teams of old. Where I have issue is that just because a team is undefeated does not mean that they earn a slot in the top 7. Put them at 12. If they were to square off with Texas, with Oklahoma, with Notre Dame, and with Oregon, they are getting beat. And I know that this is a little bit of a moot point, Blake, because they're going to play Texas Tech this weekend, and they're going to probably lose to Texas Tech on the road. I just want one thing to be very clearly established here. If they get their asses kicked, they need to drop significantly, because this is already like the one small, I think, precedent that they could be setting that works against them is placing a BYU team this highly without playing really a very hard schedule. Their best win that they have is the Utah victory, which is a solid win, but this Utah team has had its own flaws throughout the year.